Hello, I'm NoxLumens, and today I'm going to be going through Pandora from Hackthebox. I'm doing this as a part of TJ Nulls' well, pen test, Pen 200 course, like additional boxes that are Pen 200 like for the OSCP, obviously. So, yeah, I'm going to start off with a Rust scan. I have already gone through this, and so we're going to see a few things occur. Or I guess, I don't know. I'm pretty much just going to run you through how I did it. The path that I took. So I would typically run Rust scan in this manner where I'm running Rust scan, a U limit of 5,000, TAC A for address, the address, then we're doing dash dash, and then we're going to start entering in some nmap commands. So we're going to check for defaults, or we're going to run default scripts, enumerate version, output in the nmap format, and I'm going to call it nmap.md. I'm going to call it nmap.md because I use a tool called Obsidian. I'm not opening Obsidian because it's going to be, it'll probably spoil it. Since I have already gone through it, it'll kind of just spoil the box. And I don't particularly want to do that just yet. But anyway, it would output it into a file called nmap.md, markdown for markdown, and then Obsidian can read markdown files, and it's going to automatically view that. So let's go ahead and run Rust scan. And right off the bat, we see 22 and 80 open. If you know me, then you'll, or I guess if you've watched any of the other videos, then you would know that I would typically start off with like, I guess navigating to it, but really running like a Go Buster on the target. Because I like to start, I like to start running scans pretty quick. I'm going to save you some time, however, and let you know that I could not find anything here. The only interesting thing is if we scroll all the way down, we can see that it's panda.htb, and then again, we should see that okay, I lied. I was going to say we should see that on the page somewhere in like one of the scripts, but we don't. So let's sudo nano etc host. And then we'll have to update our host file. I may have it in here already. There we go. If that side is up, no, so I don't. Right, because I've been doing some other stuff. So there's that. There's the IP, and it was panda.htb. X, Y, enter. Clear that out. So we only saw port 22 and port 80. The things you might additionally look at would be maybe like, you know, after we've run scan, maybe like virtual hosts. You could do some virtual host enumeration, which I did try, and I was not able to find anything. You might see if there's anything in, like, if any of these fields are vulnerable. All of these just kind of take you around. There is nothing hiding CTFE. There's nothing CTFE in like the header information or the source fields. All of these link to real web pages. The rest of these over here just void. And yeah, so panda.hb is the only thing. We can spend a lot of time there, or we can just start running nmap. Nmap SCSV. SU 10.129, 1491. Let's do V. And then I think that I need to run it elevated because we're going to be doing UDP scans. Hopefully my syntax is right here. Syntax is right, and I don't have to run it again. Additionally, what we could do is try to just run top ports. Just to, I guess, get information back quicker. Which I guess it couldn't hurt us to do that. But anyway, we'll wait until this is done. Or I guess I can instead do this. Yeah, there we go, baby. Sudo nmap. We're going to scan UDP, and then we're going to scan the top ports, top 100 ports for panda.hcp. It doesn't have to be that. It could be the IP of 10.129.14.91. It doesn't hurt to do it with the host name because you may end up seeing additional information or like new information you would scan the IP address. And this one should finish much faster. Yeah, it's already 18% done. The other thing was like 5% because it was scanning all 65,000. Was it 353, 535, 600,000, 65,353? $65,535. And I guess I'll pause the recording while this finishes up. Awesome. So the scan finished, and we see a filtered UDP port, and then we see SNMP. So we can do some looking here with SNMP and see what it is. So simple network management protocol. I'm most familiar with it through this SolarWinds module that they have. I kind of find it very, very annoying, but guess if we look up SNMP on Hackthebox, we can see here they've got the port scan. Then they go into talking about MIBs and OIDs. A MIB is a management information base. But the only time that I've seen these are when I'm trying to get information out of like, I guess most recently it was actually a generator. So we get information about generators, and it's in this format. It's in this really ugly format of like, and they all stand for something, right? But 1.3.6.141, and then they have like statuses or information about the hardware or maybe processes running on the hardware. And you can use a tool like, let's see, SNMP walk or SNMP bulk walk to download them. And if you are following along here, you can, in fact, follow along through Hackthebox. So I have already done this. I've installed SNMP MIBs downloader. What that's going to do is turn the OIDs into like essentially readable text. But something that you do need to do is come in, and we may not run it, whatever, we'll run V. You need to come into your SNMP, snmp.conf file. It doesn't really matter how you do that, but you need to comment out this MIBs section here. If you don't do that, goddamn phi. If you don't do that, SNMP walk. And you try to run it 129.14.91. I'll stop it for just a second. you start seeing that this is the format that you're going to get out. If we go ahead and we change that back, and because I'd rather use nano, let's use nano. It just calms the thing out. If we start to run this, there are now actual like very helpful names on there. So you might be wondering about the command SNMP walk, and it's V for version 2C. We're doing it's public. So let's go ahead and let's look at this. So there are several versions of SNMP. There's version 1, version 2C, and version 3. We set it to version 2C. And I'll come back over to here, but this is what an OID is looking like. And we see that, we've already seen that when we run the command. As a matter of fact, I will go ahead and we'll run it as this kind of goes into it. But let's see. SNMP has a lot of information about hosts and things that you may find interesting. Network interfaces, username, uptime, server, OS versions, and processes running, which may contain passwords, which is excellent. So I'm going to go ahead and run this. SNMP walk v2 2c because of the version. We're going to use the public profile and then 10, 129, 14, 91. So we'll let this run because it's going to take quite a while. And I probably should have output that into a file, and we'll call it Pandora SNMP, whatever. Excellent. So while that's running, I guess we can kind of look at this. I guess it tells you that you need to edit your file. It doesn't tell you where to. Oh, it does. Finally, comment the line saying MIBS. Okay, so it does tell you to comment out the line. But you can see, essentially, we ran this command, but we ran it with SNMP walk instead. And then you can kind of see their format down here. They're doing it for like a specific OID that they're looking at. But what we did was SNMP walk version 2cc public, and then our IP address instead. So there's going to be an exuberant. There's going to be a large amount of information coming back. I love that. I can't make this bigger and smaller. There we go. So it may have already come through. But as we're looking through, or as it's working its way through everything, we might see some information. Interesting information. Process is running. Let's see. Keep scrolling. It may not have made it there just yet. Think we're getting close. Oh man. But here I am screwing things up. Excellent. Okay, yeah. So as you're looking through the information, you see that We do get some credentials for Daniel here. Poor Daniel is running a host check string. So I don't know if this is finished or not. Let's see. It's not finished, but that's okay. We're going to stop it anyway because we have some creds. Nano creds. Shit, I hope that I spell his name right. Hope so. We also know that SSH is open. So let's go ahead and try to SSH in with these user credentials. DANIEL. Hotel Babylon 23. Okay. Cat creds. Cat creds. Cat creds. SSH. Let's do Daniel at panda.htb with his beautiful, beautiful password of Hotel Babylon 23. Hello, Daniel. And let's see what he can run. Nothing. Daniel cannot run sudo on Pandora. Some things. Let's see. LSTech.LA. C.SSH. I guess that doesn't matter. We're already in here. I guess really the most important bit is that we don't see our user flag. Can move up a directory and see that there is another user called Matt. Shouldn't have access to Matt's anything. As you can see, only root and Matt can read this file. So we can't actually read it, permission denied. So we know that we have a new target. Our new target now is Matt. So let's see what we can do to attack him. I don't know. I personally like to just really just start off with looking for SUID bits because let's just clear that out. Because I don't know. It's just I've had a lot of luck with it with CTF specifically. So to dev no. And one, this is an interesting file, but it doesn't look like we can actually run this. But we'll keep this in mind. We'll keep this in mind that it exists in our notes, and we'll add this to our notes. No, I don't want to save it as a different name. No, I don't want to save it as a different name. Notes. There we go. Okay. Anyway. So we can see that. So once we become the user Matt, maybe we should take a look at this Pandora backup file. Until then, some other things that we can do are maybe look for config files and credentials like stored in I don't know, I guess just in areas. cd www cd to Pandora and cd Pandora console. Cat Pandora console .log and PHP web page, website, whatever. We don't see anything in there. We can look in. What can we look in? Cat audit.log. Updated user admin, updated user Matt, created user Daniel, added user Daniel. We can do netstat ANO. See what else we see. SQL, DNS, UDP. Oh, buddy. It's scrolling me back down places. CP6. Just listening. Port 80. Port 22. We can... Let's see. Some other things that we might want to run are like add Etsy host. Take a look in here. And we actually do see pandora.pandora.htb. Let's go ahead and add that to our own sudo nano Etsy host. And then see if we can navigate to it. Did that say Pandora.Pandora? It does. Pandora.htb. Pandora. Here a moment. Dun, dun, dun. We just get sent back to the main page. We can look at salt.com. Uname tech A. Grab some more version information. We don't see it being like dual homes, which I guess that we wouldn't necessarily expect on I guess a Hackthebox box, really. Something that's not on a network, but multi-computer network, a domain. We can hope that the terminal actually works. And then look at the cat Etsy cron tab. See if there's anything running. Get me to Apache Sun. Not a directory. Show HC cache clean. And scripts. Popularity contest. Apps compact. App port. What else can we look at, baby? CD Apache 2. CD sites enabled. Hello, please. It's available at Pandora.conf. And we do see another virtual host, and I guess on another, but we see Pandora.panda.htb. Let's go back and add that to our Etsy host file. I wish you'd stop making me put in a fucking password. Be really nice. Excellent. Here, dialog. Okay, let's try and go to it. Panda. Something. Pandora.panda.htb. Please, dude. Please, dude. I guess I need to slow down. It's going to take us back here. And if we look, because it's using localhost on port 80, that means that we can only view it from localhost. So what we're going to do, and I'm going to try and do it this way. We'll see if this works. Squiggly C. Is it? I don't have any other squigglies. Whatever. We'll exit out. Attack L. And then we're going to do it this way. So we're going to port 80 over localhost 9001. That way we can go to Pandora.panda.htb port 9001, and then we can view it there, port 80. So let's go back in, and we need his password again. Creds at Creds Hotel Babylon 23. Please, Daniel, I don't need your name. I only need your password, buddy. Excellent. So now let's try this again. Shit, what did I say? Did I say 9,000? What did I say? Why can't I remember anything? Did say 9,001. Oh. Am I a big dummy? Am I a big dummy? I am. Yeah, so we have to go to localhost in order to review it. So anyway, some interesting things just right off the bat, login information, but we see Pandora FMS. So if we go and we do some Googling, we're going to come up with way too much information about them. Let's do this exploit. And we can see that I have gone through quite a few of these. I believe this was, so this critical vulnerabilities explained. There were like multiple vulnerabilities coming from Pandora FMS. And I believe that these were the authors, Sonar. Right, so many vulnerabilities. SQL injections, FAR deserialization, remote file inclusion, CSRF, cross-site request forgery. And it's like trying to notify us of a junk. Hey, no, I don't want to be notified by Sonar. Unauthenticated SQL injection, very interesting. SQL in line 73, the user control parameters pass a function db_get_row_filter. The function uses a couple of internal functions to dynamically build a SQL query based on the provided table name and any conditions applied as an array. At this point, it concatenates the attacker controlled variable directly into a SQL where clause without proper sanitization, which leads to a SQL injection. So there's no prepared statement here, which would have prevented it from I guess just being vulnerable to SQL injection. I want to say that this is something that I utilized. Font show opened. in order to get a reverse shell. Let's take a look. Yeah, right. So they're just linking back off to the article. And if this isn't, we'll go searching for some more. It is version 7. I don't think anything's going to show up here. Yeah, there it is. So down here at the bottom, v7.0 ng742 Perl 2020. And this is for version 7.0 ng742. So let's go ahead and git clone this to our location. ls, we will make dir www, cd into it, and then we'll git clone this mess, cd into Pandora, baby, ls, pip3 install tackr requirements.txt, please act right. Everything is already satisfied because I've already done this, so I guess that makes sense. Python 3 SQL, and it just wants a target. So we can do this, tech t. There we go. So we were able to send it to localhost server 9001, and it's running. It's getting. It's exploiting that SQL injection. If you want a better explanation, and here it is showing us our session cookie that it jacked. If you want a better explanation of this, I would go and watch IPSEC's video. After the fact, I went and took a look at his video. He goes really deep into this, and I think that, I don't know if somebody went through the box and then created this as a part of it. I know that it was 2 years ago, but I don't know if somebody went through the box and then decided, I'm going to make this and make it easy, and then, or if they just did it because they could. But either way, this like trivialized the exploit. Please, you could actually read through this article and locate the call yourself. In order to get execution. But we're going to use this. And if we who am I, we are now Matt. So let's go ahead and go into home Matt ls. What's ls? Home Matt. No. Go faster. Let's ls tac la. Looks like LA. Let's make a directory and get ourselves a remote shell in the box. Not a remote shell. Let's SSH onto the box. So we'll make dir SSH. Guess I don't have to do that. I didn't really like this shell. Let's go back to ref shells. Ref shells, just not really gonna matter in the end. But let's see what it is. Oh shit, man. 10, 10, 14, 29, 9001. Netcat bash copy. Let's see if this works. Oh, man. No. Not gonna work for me. 10, 29, 9002. Also wrong here. 10, 10. What the hell? 10, 10, 14, 29, 9002, 2 and 1. Unlifeable when you're a mess. Anyway. Okay. That's fine. Let's take LA, home, mat. We should still be able to. I wonder if RO wrap is causing something weird to happen. You are my inside. Let's try this. What about it really shouldn't matter. Give me a freaking shell, son. You 10, 10, 14, 29, 9002. Okie doke. Goodbye. Thank you. So we can't sudo tac L in this format, but what we can do is go to mat, home, mat, ls, we'll cat his user.text, and then let's cd into SSH. And of course, there's nothing in there. SSH keygen. Oh. And at.pub. Oh man. May have goofed. I don't know if that worked. Okay, maybe it did. Let's give it a shot. SSH, Sakai, Matt at panda.htb. And it did. Excellent. So now, if we do sudo tac L, it asks for his password. So we don't get that same error message that we were getting before, which is, again, excellent. And then if we remember, if we look back at our notes, there was this Pandora.backup, Pandora_backup that we could run. Oof. But we could run it as, why aren't you working? Backup successful, terminating program. I won't lie, I did not expect to see that work. Let's stop it. Why are you working? Why are you working? Anyway, I guess we can see that it's performing some kind of backup, lsecla. But it has the sticky bit, SUID bit. So we should be able to run it. Or when we run it, it's running as root. If we try to do something like ltrace onto it, we can see a little bit better what it is doing. I think I have something up for ltrace. I do. Ltrace is a program that simply runs the specified command until it exits. It intercepts and records the dynamic library calls, which are called by the executed process, and the signals which are received by that process. It can also interpret and print the system calls executed by the program. So instead of doing, I don't know, something like this, which strings is not installed, or I actually saw IPSec put it into Ghidra, which is interesting, and an option, clearly, because he was able to put it into Ghidra and check the main function, and then pull out the same type of information. The important bit here that we can see, anyway, are that it's this bit, so it's calling system, and then it's running tar with an unspecified path, right? Like the path is not defined. Let's see if this will just locate without, I don't want like a ton. Shit, I don't know. See, am I wrong here? Anyway, so if they had put this full path in, we wouldn't be able to do what we're about to do. Ctar cd temp make nano tar bin bash p. Actually, I'm not sure with the p if this is necessary, but we're trying to execute this privilege. Ooh, please. What did I just do? Did I put that in there? I didn't. Okay. And then let's go back. Try and run this. I'd really love it if things would just run. Oh. Chmod plus x tar. It's not working. It's not working. I'm a big dumb. Nano tar. What am I missing here? Let's look back at this. It is doing that. It is using tar. It is looking, it should be looking where we currently are. We have our file also called tar. Maybe that's the problem. Wish the terminal would react properly. It's gonna ask for the password. Hashtag P. That matter? Oh. You guys, you're gonna have to please excuse me. Let's echo the path here. And we can see that our temp directory is not in our path. So we're gonna have to add that. And we'll do that by echoing the path to temp into the path. Export, baby. It's export. Export. I've done this like 4 times. We need to export, not echo. I don't know why I do that. Okay. Now let's echo path. And we can see temp. So now we should get this to run, and it does. Excellent. And now we can see that we are root. So that's it, actually. That's the entire box. You may, I don't know. You can see that it's pretty easy to get lost, especially when you're trying to like run through things quickly. And I think that the reason that this is on the TJ Nulls list, I think that you're in the intention is possibly there are probably a few things. One, get you familiar with some tools and SNMP. Then additionally, we looked for SUID bits, like the SUID bit. We ran Latrace. We could have put it into a decompiler. We could have put it into like Ghidra. Additionally, we had to use a public exploit. I had to use a public exploit. My understanding from every other box that has kind of come along that's not Active Directory based, they do seem to use a lot of public exploits that need to be modified in some way, just slightly modified. So that kind of is on brand, if you ask me, along with everything else. And cd root cat root.txt. There you go. So if you learned something, please let me know down in the comment section below. If you think that I'm a complete idiot, an asshat, also let me know that in the comment section down below. You can hit the like button, the dislike button. I'm available to see and hear your feedback. I want your feedback. As a matter of fact, I know that it's been a little while since I last uploaded, but I wanted to say thank you and just kind of congratulate you guys. You have pushed the channel far past where I thought that we would be ever. I guess is really the, I don't know if it's gonna pull me up, but yeah, you guys have really just pushed us past the brink here. At the time of this, we're at 335 subscribers. When I started this 28 days ago, we had less than 100. Yeah. So just want to say thank you so much. You guys are awesome. And hope you learned something in the next one.